Let's talk about what supplements and personal care products can support our wellness strategy for the cardiovascular system. Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Minke. This is Minke Wellness. The cardiovascular system, big issue. Lots of people want to keep a healthy cardiovascular system. That's pretty obvious why. And so what can we do? We're going to talk a lot in the cardiovascular system about breathing, and because we need that good oxygen, we need to relax, we need to bring our stress levels down. But we have definitely some lifestyle changes that we could make, and we have some supplements that we could use to support that, our whole wellness strategy associated with the cardiovascular system. Our wellness strategy: stop poisoning ourselves, flood the body with nutrients, and manage our stress. So how do I do that for the cardiovascular system? How do I stop poisoning the cardiovascular system, the heart and the veins? How do I flood the heart and the veins with nutrients? And how do I manage the stress that ends up getting housed in the cardiovascular system, or the effects of stress on the cardiovascular system? How do I work with that? Okay, so we're going to use Young Living essential oils as our base for the program. And here's what we're going to use to support the cardiovascular system. And as you know, we've been doing it in 2 tiers, right? So like $100 a month option to support these different body systems as we go through month to month, supporting each body system. And then there's that $300 option. We say, okay, I really want to do some extra support and make sure I get things really anchored in. And so there's the 2 options. We're all on a budget. I understand how it goes. And so, or if you got 2 of you in the house and you're going to double up on the $100 program, that's fine too. Okay, so we're going to use a supplement called MindWise for supporting the cardiovascular system. It's like, okay, did you read the title on that product? It says MindWise. Well, the MindWise product actually is as good, if not better, to support the cardiovascular system than it is to support the mind system, the brain. And so we're going to be focusing that product for this month for supporting the cardiovascular system. Don't worry, we've got plenty to work with for the nervous system and the mind. Okay, so we're going to use MindWise. It is a liquid supplement, makes it very easy to take. It's a pomegranate syrup, doesn't taste bad at all, and you can always dilute it and mix it with like your Ninja Red or something else. Okay, so MindWise, bottle of that. We're going to take our Essential Oil Vitality line, right? So Essential Oil Vitality are the oils that we can take internally. And we have our Basil Vitality and our Copaiba Vitality. So we're going to mix Basil and Copaiba. Basil is, the oil that comes out of the basil plant. You smell that and it has that very fragrant oil. And Copaiba comes out of the sap from the Copaiba tree that's over there in the Amazon basin. So we've got a fabulous mixture of those 2 oils, and we'll talk more about the properties of those as to why we would want to use, or why we use those to support the cardiovascular system. We also, so that's our basic program, our MindWise, and our Basil and Copaiba. Now, in our lifestyle changeover support, we're looking at the garage and the yard. And I'm not trying to be, gender specific here, but that's kind of generally tend to be where the guys hang out and do their thing. And so guys, you're getting your hands dirty and grubby, and you end up washing your hands with chemical junk to get all that other chemical junk off. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, especially when that stuff passes through the skin into the bloodstream and now starts to do damage to the cardiovascular system. So we want to have a natural soap that's powerful enough that can take the grease off and all the rest of the stuff that we get exposed to. And so we're going to get the Thieves foaming hand soap. So that's the 100 PV option is the Basil and Copaiba Vitality oils, the MindWise supplement, liquid supplement, and then the Thieves foaming hand soap. Now, that's that 100 PV tier, $100 tier. Now, to go on to the $300 tier where we're like, okay, I really want to dig deep here. I want to support my wellness program specifically in the cardiovascular system. We're going to add a blend called Aroma Life, and we're going to do some massage, some self-massage with Aroma Life. It's going to be fabulous. And of course, massage is very good to promote circulation. It's very good. Actually, the pressure on the system is actually good for the veins. So we'll talk more about the effects of massage on the cardiovascular system, and even maybe as much of that is that massage is very relaxing and can help us come down in our stress level, and that's another big factor in the cardiovascular system for the heart, etc. On that note, we're going to engage in some of the emotional oils for the heart, and there's no better oil than the joy. Okay, the joy oil, which is the blend that has that rose oil in it. Oh, it's so fabulous. And you might be, girls, you might be saying, okay, I'm going to really be hitting my husband hard on this month to support his cardiovascular system, because that's kind of, again, more of a male thing that we have problems with. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get him to use that joy oil. Give it a try. I know that it's a little bit fragrant and flowery, but give it a try. The joy is going to be fabulous. Even if you don't want to slather it all over the chest near the heart, we can always put it on the feet and then put your socks on. So try the joy oil. Get your man to try the joy oil. I've got a story for that myself. I hated the joy oil, and I started using that when I was not writing my dissertation. I was very much actively not writing, sitting in front of my computer screen, staring at the wall, and it wasn't getting anywhere. And so I started using the joy oil every day, and I put it over my heart, and I would just kind of smell. And I was really worried about how other people, thought in the lab would smell me, because it was, very fragrant, I thought. But no one ever said anything about it. And man, within a month, I was writing my dissertation and wrote for 3 straight months and got it done. Okay, so joy oil, really helpful in the motivation category, and I think a great addition to our package for the cardiovascular system, especially as you look at the emotional and stress level components of this. We need to be considering that. Next, so those are the 2 oils we're going to use that are more for topical and aromatic benefit, the Aroma Life and the Joy. Now we're going to work on cleaning up the system, with Essentialzymes 4, okay? Our Essentialzymes 4 is our digestive enzymes, and we need to keep those pipes clean, right? We need to keep things flowing and clean. We're going to use those enzymes to clean out the system, and I'm not talking about the digestive system, I'm talking the cardiovascular system, because how much junk makes its way into the bloodstream, undigested material or poorly digested food makes its way into the bloodstream. We got to make sure that gets cleaned out. We're going to be using Essentialzymes 4. And we're going to that we're going to add the sulfurzyme powder. We know how important the gut is, the connection between the gut and the cardiovascular system. And so we want the prebiotics of that sulfurzyme. We need the detoxing power of the sulfurzyme, and the powder is the one that has all of that combined. So I'm very excited to continue with the sulfurzyme powder from the musculoskeletal system on into the cardiovascular system. To round it out, we've got a personal care product changeover. We're working with the Fresh Essence mouthwash. Okay, we're going to add the mouthwash to the package and make sure we've got a clean mouth. And there's some really good information we can talk about the connection between if the mouth is dirty, then we end up with problems in the cardiovascular system. So we've got a connection there, and we want to make sure we clean that up. Okay. Plus, of course, we don't want to put anything we put in our mouth ends up absorbing very quickly directly into the bloodstream. So we definitely don't want to be damaging our circulatory system, our cardiovascular system, the walls, and the integrity of the arteries and veins by adding a bunch of chemicals into our mouth and then expecting that to go well. So we want to look at that. We'll talk a lot more about each of these things as we go through the program, in addition to the other wellness factors. Now, you keep in mind, as we do this wellness program, it's not all about supplements. Supplements are here to support a basic program of wellness, and that basic program of wellness still is housed in enough oxygen, enough water, and your consciousness. That is the main focus of my whole program. And so these are all here to support and give a little bit more boost to that process, and to help things like detoxing and making sure we switch over to good products. Okay, so just a rundown real quick on this again. We've got the Vitality oils of Basil and Copaiba. We have the liquid supplement MindWise, and we have the Thieves foaming hand soap. And that gives us to the 100 PV option, actually 105. And then to continue on to the 300 option, we've got the Aroma Life oil blend, 15 ml, the Joy oil blend, 15 ml, the Essential Zymes 4 enzyme supplement, the sulfurzyme powder, great for detoxing and strengthening, and then we've got the mouthwash, the Fresh Essence mouthwash. So that's our lineup. And of course, there's always some things that if you've already got some of the powder left over from last month, or you just got Essential Zymes 4 free because you're on Essential Rewards and you already got your, or you made a 300 PV order last month and you got your Essential Zymes 4 free, then use that extra dollars options to fill in and make some changes to your other personal care products, repurchase your Thieves cleaner, for example, or go and keep repeating keep on with your Ninja Red, for example. Or your Omega Gize obviously would be a great product. I can't include everything in here, and Omega Gize would be a fine product. It's just that MindWise doubles over with the Omega Gize, and it is a vegetarian version of MindWise anyway, with that Sacha Ichi oil in it. We'll talk a lot more about the individual products, but there's our lineup. Look below in the description for the written list of those, and then also look for our graphic for the month that Amy produces, those nice graphics that we can tell what to order. Okay, happy wellness as we engage. We're going to finish out here on the musculoskeletal system, but we're moving on into the cardiovascular system, so we're looking ahead for that and keeping healthy heart and veins. Very important. Happy wellness, one day at a time.